It's the best of bias. You need the earful, you should try us. From pop culture to the movies to Unitas. It's the best of bias. Your best of bias. Yeah, it's the best of bias.
You are now listening to the Best of Bias podcast with Lydell, Dinero, and Hugo Twilight.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Lydell Dinero, and it's time for another episode of the Best of Bias podcast. Say it with me. It's the best of bias. If you're a real one, you won't try us. I'm just playing. Welcome back. It's time for another episode. Without further ado, it's the grand finale of Disney and Marvel Plus's series, What If? It's been long enough, man. I promised you guys we would come with the finale heat, and we got that review for you. And if we have time, we'll sprinkle in a couple pop culture topics for you guys to chew on from this week. So, yeah, how you doing today, AKA?
I'm doing all right.
Good to hear. It's time for another What If. Are you sad it's coming to an end?
Yeah, but I mean, they got that Hawkeye series coming up, so they keeping them coming. You know, you have a little bit of a wait, but they're keeping them coming back to back, so that's good.
Right. Have you checked out any other Marvel stuff recently, Venom or any of that shit lately?
I haven't watched anything. I just been working at this crappy ass job, so.
I feel it.
Yeah.
I feel that. So let's get into the episode. You know how we do it. It's episode 9, I believe. I heard it was supposed to be 10 episodes, but they canceled out the Gamora episode, and they're gonna hold it off till next season. More on that when we get into the episode. But how'd you feel about the finale? This is the big team up we were waiting for. How'd you feel about the episode?
It was good so far. I mean, I put this one above the zombie one. This is probably my favorite episode.
Okay.
It was on point, good action and all that. Well, and it was good. Like I like the whole little team up and the way they interacted with one another and stuff. So yeah, it went down pretty much not flawless, but it was good, definitely.
Okay. Let's go over the brief overview. Best of Bias listeners, I'm sure you guys already knew it went down. But basically, at the beginning, we just started from where the Watcher is kind of talking to Dr. Strange inside the little pocket dimension he made for himself to kind of separate. Oh, actually, he trapped himself in there. But he lets Dr. Strange know he has to collect these people to try to fight Ultron because he's become too strong with all the Infinity Stones and shit. And we got to see the Watcher collect each of the characters we've seen over the season one by one in their own little scenes. How'd you like this part?
I liked it. I liked the fact that they kind of gave you that was it that Winter Soldier feel for the beginning of the winter? Yeah, with her fighting against Bartol, the jumper or leaper, whatever his name is.
I think it was Batroc.
Backtrack the leaper, and or George St. Pierre. Nice little fight scene. Just paying that. So far, it's like one of my favorite movies. It's up there. It's one of my favorite MCU movies. So, paying homage to that. And the whole little scene, the way everything was going down, and he was like jumping into, not where we last saw them at, but kind of where we last saw him at,
Yeah.
Like I was saying, the Thor thing, he had to come in like right after Ultron showed up at the end of there, and, instead of the Ultron being there, we were fighting against Ultron's robots. Beating the shit out of him too. But
yeah, actually, that scene with Party Thor was from the fucking Nissan commercials. They spoiled that shit hella long ago.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't see the commercials. I didn't really watch commercials. So.
Oh yeah, that shit. They had the What If cartoon in the fucking What If commercial. I mean, in the Nissan commercial with that scene of Thor getting chased by the Ultron bots.
Oh,
but
okay.
yeah. I wrote down here what we where we got these characters and collected them from. We had Captain Carter actually on the ship. You said kind of like a same action of which Captain America was it? Was it Winter Soldier?
Winter Soldier, yeah.
And then we got T'Challa. He said he was saving Peter Quill from getting his powers absorbed from Ego. That was a cool scene to see because we always wanted to kind of see what was happening once Ego actually went to go see Peter Quill when he was working at Dairy Queen.
Yep.
So we got to see him getting his power sucked out, and T'Challa saved him. And then right after he saved him, he got sucked up by the Watcher grabbed him to get part of the team. This next one is pretty interesting. I was watching one of my favorite video YouTube channels to review. Shout out Heavy Spoilers. I was watching them for a review, and the Gamora, how she was just there suddenly. They didn't really kind of give her own episode, didn't really explain what was going on with her. Her episode was one of the ones that got cut, I guess. I guess they're kind of saving it for next season because the episode is going to be hella epic. They actually were going to put like, Tony Stark in one of the Avengers where he takes the nuke through the wormhole and he's actually able to fall back through. One of the episodes would have been, what if Tony Stark didn't, if he took the atom bomb up to the air, or the nuke up to the
make
air.
It back through.
Right, he didn't make it back through. Ended up on Sakaar, where
that's why he was there. Okay, I was trying to figure out why he was there. Okay.
Right, so the nuke actually went up to Thanos' ship, blew his ship up, and he actually ended up on where the Hulk was, and became the Gladiator on that planet.
Oh.
Right, so that's why you saw when he actually picked up Gamora, you saw Tony Stark in that suit of armor that looked all painted like the Gladiator that was on that album, Sakaar, I think it was.
Okay, that makes sense.
What I mean? And they cut the whole episode out, so I think that team up episode is going to be in season 2.
I wonder what reason, because that would have been a dope episode. It seems
right. Yeah.
I was expecting her to be like Thanos, like just like a villain, but I didn't see how that would work. But,
right, they're calling her Themora. Everybody's previewing it as Themora. You know what I mean? Like she would actually be.
Probably because she defeated Thanos. So
right.
For a new title or something.
Right. That'd be epic. And then they got Killmonger right after he destroyed everything in Wakanda. And Shuri and Pepper were coming in there to knock his ass down. The Watcher took him, so they couldn't, get to him in time. They kind of gave us a close on that one as well. Didn't kind of leave the cliffhanger there. We got to see what happened, but they didn't really do too much as a result. I wanted to see Pepper and Shuri get to him and see what happened, but
yeah, it just kind of just showed that they were, in pursuit, and then it was that pretty much.
Right, they didn't really close the zombie one either. When zombie Thanos got to Wakanda, they just left that one alone.
Yeah, that one. That's true. Yeah.
Yeah. And then lastly, Thor, of course, was taken from Vegas at a party. And he just got swooped up, grabbed him in his hand, and he started screaming.
He wasn't partying. He was fighting against them damn robots.
Oh yeah, well, that's right when they're supposed to be like when Ultron came through while he was partying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then he got grabbed up by the Watcher and started screaming and shit, and they all got taken to this super intergalactic pub, and they all were kind of like talking for the first time, which is interesting. How'd you feel about that scene?
Yeah, I thought it was funny that they made it like a pub from Captain Carter's, memory instead of anybody else. It was like, oh, let's cater to her more than anyone else. That was kind of weird, but I mean, it was what it was. I guess they just needed an environment to, that seemed, calming or whatnot.
Yeah.
But I like that scene, and I like the, part where Thor tries to walk out the door and almost gets sucked into whatever the hell that was.
Oh yeah, that's nuts. That was nuts.
Yeah.
Crazy shit.
It was cool to see them all in there, conversating, and then Killmonger being antisocial as hell. So.
Right, because it was interesting to see him and T'Challa in the same place, because in Killmonger's universe he did kill him, what I'm saying, and T'Challa was just calling him cousin and actually knew who he was. Like,
yeah,
I guess
in
his, in his universe, I guess he was just a regular guy and he actually met him. I guess I don't know, maybe. But that was interesting.
Yeah, maybe his dad, because he left when he was a kid. Maybe that was before his dad killed his brother, and maybe because he lost T'Challa, he didn't go over there and do that to his brother, because maybe it changed his mind. I don't know.
Right. And then this is when they started to like get the plan together, how they're going to stop Ultron from kind of destroying the world. And they're in that pub to be kind of secretive and actually try to be, that's supposed to be a place that Ultron couldn't see with all its wisdom, actually, after acquiring all the Infinity Stones and shit. So they kind of thought they were going to be sneaky and be able to at least get a couple of days where they were and kind of plan out their attack on Ultron. And then he popped up on their ass like,
no, he didn't. Thor's dumbass told him that he has a habit of attracting people.
Oh yeah, and he just fucking did that lightning shit. Yeah. Fuck, that was fucked up. And then he tried, like, when he popped up, he tried to attack him right away and didn't even go with the plan, just kind of like
Yeah.
tried to fuck him up in old Thor fashion. But luckily, they didn't get fucked up more than they did get fucked up because, yeah, he was eating planets and shit. So that was nuts. But yeah, how did you feel about the battle scenes and how they attempted to, get the stones and attack Ultron? Pretty much the
I
first
mean,
group action we saw, right?
yeah, I thought it was a good fight scene, but I felt like I think he even mentioned it, something about him being like, all powerful. Why is it taking so long to defeat them? And it's like, yeah, like why the fuck is it? You literally destroyed whole planets like it was nothing.
Right.
You could kill them a lot. You can, if not all of them, you can kill a good amount of them really quick. Like he could have easily killed off Killmonger and T'Challa because they're basically humans in suits. Well, one of them has a suit, and the other one is just a human. But it's like, like one of the things I've noticed about the MCU is like you'll have superpower characters who have superhuman strength, and they'll pull their punches.
Yeah.
Like same with when on the Star Lord episode where he was fighting against what's dude something the pursuer, I forgot his name, the one who became his friend, the one who was like a fanboy. I forgot what his name was.
Oh, yeah, I forgot his name too. I forgot his
Yeah, but
name.
those dudes are like superhuman. They're like strong. They're more
Yeah.
they're like as powerful as like a super soldier or something like
Mhm.
that. And when he punched him, I mean, in that case, he was probably pulling his punches, but it's like, still, it's like you should punch his ass through a wall because of how strong you are. Because regardless of how good of a fighter he is, he's still a human, you know.
Right. But then
So
what do you say about like Adora Milaje beating people's ass though? I feel like they're technically they can fight to where it's like you don't have to have superpowers. It's almost kind of like a tactical advantage like Shang-Chi. But I guess
I guess,
maybe
but like they should maybe elaborate more on that. Like these people are such skilled trainers that they're able to, I don't know, roll with the punches or some shit. So no matter how powerful you are, like they can do something to negate that. But they haven't explained that. It's just like,
right.
oh, these people took a serum to be hella strong. These people just been trained really well, and for some reason they're on even playing grounds. And in some cases, the one who's been trained well is even on a higher fighting ground because Dormilaje was beating the fuck out of what you call it, the fake Captain America and Winter Soldier and stuff.
hmm
So
U.S. agent. They were
yeah,
whooping his ass. Yeah.
so
hmm
they haven't really explained that too much. It's like I don't know. I guess they're getting the whole training beats power, skill beats power.
Yeah, they
You
didn't
know,
really explain it because he did get taken as a little boy. So unless he trained at a really young age and became a super expert fighter, you would have to assume the Ravagers fucking trained him to be a fighter. I don't think they'll be training him to fight that well.
yeah, because they didn't train the real Star Lord that well. He's just like
Yeah,
he's not that good of a fighter.
yeah. He always just seems to wiggle his way out of situations.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. Very, very interesting. But yeah, he did end up. I think they had some. Oh yeah, I think it was Doctor Strange. He figured out Doctor Strange was the source to keeping them in the fight because he put the spell on them to make them so durable. They were
yeah,
trying to get taken out.
it looked
Ultron was
like
trying to take them out.
that kind of shows that the OPness of Doctor Strange, because you remember that was the same spell that was put on when he was fighting against himself. The good version of him had
Yeah,
that spell put on him at first, and it kept wearing off every time he hit him. But theirs was like getting hit like with OP ass moves, and it was still holding up. So, and he was getting
right,
on multiple people. So that just
right.
shows how much more potent his power was compared to the originals.
Right, and during the fight scene, they were trying to grab the Infinity Stones with their bare hands, and humans, mortals, aren't really supposed to be able to grab Infinity Stones, and that shows how much that protection was actually protecting them because T'Challa was grabbing that Mind Stone and trying to
Right,
grab it
right.
from Ultron.
If mortals aren't able to grab them, how are they getting the stones in game? Because they all went and got the stones then.
I don't know. I don't really remember exactly. I don't know if they
Because I
grabbed it with their
mean,
bare hands because
because
I
I
know.
mean, if
Go ahead.
anything, when the Soul Stone, Clint would have had to bring that back with his bare hands because he didn't have anything to hold it in. So
Hmm. I don't
there
know.
was some, yeah. So I don't know if I don't know if they're upholding that because I know the Tesseract, of course, when what you call it had it in his hand, Red Skull, it disintegrated his ass.
Mhm.
But maybe it's because the Tesseract itself was, using the power differently, but the actual stone might be just fine. I don't know.
I don't really remember anybody actually having it with their bare hands. I remember Loki. Loki's a god. Captain Marvel is pretty much made out of the stuff. Tesseract. So I don't really remember vividly anymore.
Only one is Red Skull. Red
Really?
Skull's the only one. Yeah, he's the only one. But
Yeah.
he was holding the Tesseract. That's the difference.
Right.
Is it wasn't the actual stone. It was, a big ass square. And that disintegrated his ass at the end of the movie, remember?
Hmm.
And yeah, he like that's how he died pretty much. So
Damn. Yes. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe it's not. I don't know. I have no clue. But I know what about the Power Stone in fucking Guardians of the Galaxy was killing them. Remember when they were touching it with their hands? They had to only fucking what's his name? Peter was able to touch it because he's fucking pretty much a celestial. What is it, celestial or whatever?
oh, that's right. Yeah, I forgot about that movie. The little dumbass ending where they all held hands. Yeah.
Right. And they had to siphon the power between all of them because they couldn't touch that one either. So I don't know. Maybe they
But was that stone in its pure form, or was it like in some alternate form like the other ones were?
that shit was exploding in its pure form. Remember that girl opened it while in the collector's shit? That shit just exploded her ass.
Mm.
And then he actually took it out of there. It was in an orb the whole time in that movie. And then they took it out of the orb and grabbed it with their hand, and that's when shit got weird. Their whole bodies started to vaporize and shit like that as well.
So maybe different stones have different reactions. Who knows?
And
Maybe
if
they
you
can
think
explain it
about it,
that way.
why would they need the Infinity Gauntlet if they could just fucking put them bitches in their pocket and just activate them all?
True.
You know.
True. So
And
they left some continuity out with that, huh?
yeah, it's weird. But anyways, during that fight, that fucking spell was actually protecting the shit out of them. He actually realized that Doctor Strange was actually the one keeping it all together because, you know what I'm saying, with him protecting them and all the spells that he could actually do. Because even when the fucking Ultron used the time spell, he was actually able to use that fucking Hydra monster, whatever the fuck it's called,
Mm-hmm.
to overpower Ultron at a point. He was able to open a portal and drop all the zombies in from Marvel Zombies.
Yeah,
And then,
that was a scene that I thought was stupid. Like that was a pointless ass scene.
well, they did it to get Wanda in there and thought Wanda would be able to take him because
But
she,
it was like for a brief second, and then she realized that he was Vision and kind of fell in love with him, and then they didn't show what happens after that. It's just like, oh, okay, they didn't show shit.
well, what happened was he was like fucking, it was getting ready to blow up the place, blow up the planet. But it showed again how strong Doctor Strange was because he stopped the explosion, reversed it, and ate that shit.
Yeah, that's right.
He just ate that shit.
But I mean, it didn't show like the Ultron and Wanda like interaction more than her like coming down, looking all fucking mad, and then throwing a couple little beams, and then seeing him and realizing who he was, and she had this dumb look on her face. Then it cut to another scene, and
Oh
then
yeah,
next thing he pops up where they're at.
yeah.
So it didn't really show like it was that whole zombie thing was pointless. It was just like oh yeah, we forgot about the zombie episode. How can we reference that? Oh, let's just do this.
I
You
thought it
know
was
that.
kind of cool just for the fact that he was like, oh, he was like, he fucked up all the zombies, and he was like, oh, these are like nothing to me, and he's like, that's not what I dropped them for. And then you actually
Yeah,
got to see, yeah, I don't know if they thought it would affect him. I don't think it would affect him because would they even have like fallen in love if he became Ultron?
I don't know, but she just saw his face and saw that he was a Vision's body, I guess.
Oh,
And
yeah, I guess from
yeah,
her universe, she would have been in love
yeah.
with him. Yeah,
But like, I mean, I think Spider-Man would have been a better like person to use than shit. A couple of them characters on there, you
yeah,
know. So I
yeah.
mean, I don't understand. They could have went and picked Spider-Man up and be like, "Hey, we need you because you're Spider-Man. You got the super soldier serum. Not really, but I mean, he's on par with them, and you're Spider-Man. Come on. I mean,
Right. I think
I'm not a huge
they could have left T'Challa where he was. I don't think they should have, I mean not T'Challa, Killmonger.
yeah.
Uh,
Spider-Man would have went way better than Killmonger, and then they wouldn't have to worry about the deceit part. So
right. And how they kind of left it, it was kind of, well, it wasn't kind of stupid. It was pretty tight to me how they kind of like resolved it all. But for
yeah,
Killmonger to be stuck in there too, it's like now you can't use that character anymore because if you're trying to revive it and use this stuff as canon, you can't because he's stuck in that fucking alternate dimension you just stuck him in. You could, I mean, it would have been cool if you just stuck Ultron in that alternate dimension and just put him to the side. But
yeah. They could have did that with after they got the Stone Stone where he wasn't all powerful anymore, and just like yeah, that'd have been nice. But they probably just wanted to kill Ultron off just simply because I mean he's like He's too. If he gets, even if a little bit of him, he's too smart. First of all, and if just a little bit of him gets out, he can affect like so much shit. He's kind of like Brainiac was in DC, where like just a little bit of him being out can like overpower. He can just grow. He's like a damn plant or something like that. But of course, computer wise.
Well, speaking of computer, we forgot to mention how there's a couple of highlights we forgot to mention. When they went into the universe, they eventually made it to the universe where they met Natasha again. The new Natasha didn't recognize Captain Carter, was about to shoot them all, blah, blah, blah. Reminds her of her dad's name and a couple other things. And then they kind of just become friends automatically. We get to see the...
Wasn't it more of a what's his name? Didn't she name off the people from the movie? Uh, the Red Guardian and shit like that. Isn't that who she named off when she was talking
Right,
about her?
yeah. She was like, yeah, exactly. Yep. She knew he used to
Okay.
take care of. Yep. Mentioned that, and they kind of like knew that was really the people that say they were. That we kind of got to see Zola. We got to see Zola. She shot the arrow. It was an epic scene. I was wondering what the fuck Captain Carter was doing the whole time while Black Widow was getting on the motorcycle to get ready to shoot the arrow. I was like, where the hell is she going?
Yeah,
Like,
they're
what is she
hella
about to
far
do?
away from each other. I thought she was gonna like give like a little shield boost or something. She was hella far away.
Yeah, I thought she was gonna catch the arrow and
And
shit.
I want to know what kind of motorcycle that was. 'Cause that motorcycle was like had hops. It was like flying hella far when she was jumping on stuff. I'm like, I don't think motorcycles like do that. I don't think they have that
She
kind
was
of
able to
skill.
hang in the air, shoot the arrow. Yeah, that was kind of epic. We got to see Zola kind of take over the body a little bit, paying homage in the comics. I guess he was
You know what that arrow shoot made me think of when she shot it? It made me think that Clint is overrated. If Black Widow can whoop ass and also shoot an arrow from that distance, that accurate, as accurate as him,
yeah,
it's like, well, shit. I mean, she's
anybody
pretty
can do
much,
it.
yeah, she's you without arrows in, and
Yeah,
it's like, okay,
maybe Clint taught her or some shit like that. We can only
maybe.
assume.
We
Give
can
this man
assume.
some credit, all right? Give this man some credit. He
A
about to get his own TV show. But
TV show. She got a corny ass movie, I
it is
guess.
hella funny. That was kind of cool seeing Captain Carter and Black Widow throw shields at Ultron, binging his ass. Ping, 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 ping. That was pretty cool. What
Yeah.
else? Some more highlights from the episodes. What other things did you like in the episode while we in here?
Uh, I mean, like I said, the fight scenes were good. It was some of it was kind of like the whole part where Natasha came and took the stone pissed me off. I was like literally with the situation that's going on, just off her ass. Like, don't try and explain to her, just kill her. She's in the way. But I know they wouldn't do that. But I was like, damn, she fucking up the program. They just almost got the stone,
Yeah,
and then the whole the alternate universe, how the thing wasn't the stone crusher wasn't able to crush them stones because they weren't from our
right.
universe. I'm
Yeah,
like, but I mean, in our reality, if that's the case, then why are the stones working in other universes?
right.
Like they shouldn't work in other universes either if they're different. It makes no
Yeah,
sense.
yeah. It was kind of that was weird. I thought they hella did. That would have been sick.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure in the Marvel comic, the stones don't work in other universes. They only
yeah.
work in the universe they were created in.
Hmm.
I think they kind of just bypassed that. So,
Hey, it's what
but I
if.
mean, yeah, it is what if. It's what if, I guess. And then the end, like they're going back to the whole Winter Soldier thing. I like the end of it where they pretty much made what's his name again? The original Captain America,
Steve Rogers.
Steve Rogers. Like they made him and the Hydra Crusher the new version of the Winter Soldier in a way.
Right, because
I
in like
was like,
stasis or sleep or whatever.
yeah, they
Mm-hmm.
didn't really they didn't show it, but I mean because that movie was referencing the Winter Soldier, and that's what they found in there. I was like, oh, okay, that's pretty much what it was.
Mm-hmm.
But which made her happy. But I mean, if you
Yeah,
think about it, she probably shouldn't be too happy because if he wake up, he's probably gonna have to go toe to toe with her.
yeah. I feel that. I feel that. It was a very interesting episode, man. It really closed a lot of loops. I'm really looking forward because this was called what? What if the Watcher intervened?
What if
Um,
the Watcher broke his oath?
broke his oath. Yeah, so I think it's gonna cause a lot of aftermath. Like I said, I think in the last episode I said what he did, him intervening, is gonna actually be what caused season 2.
Maybe
We'll get
maybe in season two they're bringing the other watchers because there's more than one watcher.
right.
Like they may I don't know if they're gonna
Watu.
I don't know if they're gonna retcon that, but there was that I forgot which movie it was. But they had the scene with Stanley where he's sitting there having a conversation, and there's like
Right.
multiple watchers sitting around
Uh
him,
huh.
and they
Uh
all get up and walk away. So
huh.
maybe they'll either retcon that and say that that was I don't know whatever, or they'll bring them back, and maybe him breaking his oath is like something that the rest of them have to come and address. Address, not with the S on the end.
Yeah. Yeah, it was really interesting, man. I hope they actually do kind of bring these all like a live action zombies like we discussed. I hope they have a lot of stuff come in the MCU from this series because there are a lot of characters that we enjoyed kind of getting to know, and to just throw them off and cast them aside, because I don't know if you've been getting these feelings, because after I watch these shows, I'm like, damn, it was so good and it was so exciting watching the show week to week, but after it's done, I like don't watch it again. Have you,
Yeah,
you
that's
know,
true. Same here.
it's like,
Unlike other shows that I do watch, like I mean, the thing I don't watch a lot of shit. Like the stuff that I watch again is I watch Mandalorian again. I watch old Star Wars stuff. I've watched MCU movies that I like a lot. I watch
mhm,
again. Like I watched Civil War multiple times. Thor Ragnarok I watched multiple times. I watched Winter Soldier multiple times.
right.
I think I watched Incredible Hulk a few times. Even though people don't like that movie, I still fucks with it. Y'all hating. But
Stop hating on the Hulk. You know what I'm saying?
that movie was good. I don't understand why people don't like it. It was good. I thought it was.
It was definitely good. It's
Yeah.
definitely good. Well, okay, let's just rank the episodes. So we at that point now. You just rank it. You got
I
nine
mean, this
episodes of 9 episodes you know, of what if to go from. What's your top three? You stick to the top three. We ain't
my
gotta do
top
top five.
top three. Last one was number one. Uh, Zombies number two, and I mean, look, I don't know. I kind of want to put the Child's in there because it was interesting,
Yeah.
but I did like that short ass one where the Watcher and Ultron went toe to toe. That one was kind of cool
That
too. I
was
like that
sick.
one.
That was a sick one.
I don't know if it's between those two, but I'll probably put the one where the Watcher and Ultron went toe to toe just because I like that one.
Okay. So
But
yeah,
yeah,
my three, I would have to say finale episode before the finale, what if Ultron won, was the second place. First place was what if the Watcher broke his oath, excuse me.
that's number one. Okay. Yeah,
And then the third one is that was hella funny. Did you do the same thing when you said oath? Or was that just me?
it's Oath.
Oh, I said oath. But
Oath.
anyways, my third one was zombies for sure. I like the concept of zombies a lot.
I did
So that would
too.
have to take the number three from me.
It's funny, like a lot of people I know don't like that one. And I mean, I understand that the actual episode was incomplete. And as far as like where the series went, it was kind of pointless. It was out of place. But I mean, just as a one-off by itself, I liked it. The concept was dope. I liked the killing. I mean, zombies are dope anyways. And then you put in
Yeah,
people who are like super powered, like these people that you watched or read comics for years and put them in this like alternate ass like environment that you would never see them in. It would be like putting Rambo in Aliens or something. I don't know. It's just like, you changing the whole atmosphere for these people and seeing what they do in there. And it's
right.
pretty dope. Yeah.
That's really epic. Real epic. I love that episode. But yeah, man, what if?
Take
What
that.
would you?
I meant putting RoboCop in Aliens, not Rambo. RoboCop.
Okay, that'll be sick too. Damn, that'll be epic
Yeah,
as fuck.
that would be.
Yeah, shit. Damn. But anyways, let's rank it in total, like in regards of like shows in the MCU that we've been seeing. The WandaVisions of the world, Falcon and Winter Soldier of the world, Loki's of the world, and now we have What If. What would you rank it in order of those? I mean, yeah, What If at least.
Shit. What if and all of them? Most enjoyable is number one is Loki to me. Loki is my
Yeah,
favorite one.
no,
Loki
shit
was
was dope.
um shit. I will put it on like the same level as Winter Soldier only because I did not like the ending of Winter Soldier that much, but I did enjoy every episode of Winter Soldier up until the ending a lot.
Mhm.
But then WandaVision was dope as hell. I don't know, like those was it's hard to really rank those on which favorite because
Yeah,
I liked all of them. Wanda more so was just for what was gonna happen. Like some episodes had like blah to them, but I did like to see what's gonna happen. So it was kind of like I look forward to that. Um, and the ending I liked of Wanda shit. So that's why it's hard for me to put them on like
right.
different because they had different elements about them that I like and different elements I didn't
Exactly.
like.
Hmm.
But I guess I will put this below Wanda and Winter Soldier only because those two shows were progressing the MCU as far as we know it, and this one is just like a offshoot that maybe canon in different universes, but as far as we know right now, it's not really doing anything to push the narrative of the actual MCU. So,
I feel that.
but I still like enjoy them all equally. That makes
Hmm.
any sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
Except for I enjoy Loki more.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
they're all good for different things. I like the nostalgia and trying to guess of what was going to happen in Loki. I like um, the trying to guess what was going to happen each week in WandaVision, like the scavenger hunt of trying to find clues what was going to happen next, and that was epic.
yeah, definitely.
Falcon Winter Soldier, we got a full out action scene. We got the first Black Captain America,
It
actual
just seemed
live action. So
it seemed like it seemed like a long ass movie. You know?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a lot to look forward to. What if in a different aspect? Like one thing we were supposed to expect nothing from What If. We were supposed to be like we knew what it was going to be coming in. I just feel like us hearing rumors of this stuff kind of being canon kind of spoiled us and gave us
Hmm.
this fucked up again expectation, which I think Marvel is trying to do, trying to get us guessing again like we always do and
Yeah.
speculating like we always do. So I kind of liked it. I was just kind of spoiled from getting to know these new characters, me wanting to keep them forever instead of them being a one-off, like what if it was actually supposed to be as far as these characters go. I'm excited to see what they do next in the animated world. I'm really excited for that because the animation in this was crazy. I love seeing the watcher in the background of each episode, showing us how closer he was getting to helping, intervening, and actually breaking his oath. This whole TV MCU TV verse is just kind of getting more and more epic, and I'm kind of excited to see what happens next. As far as rankings for me, definitely I'm putting Loki number one. Number two, I'm probably going to put WandaVision. The first couple episodes, of course, were kind of slow, but I liked guessing what sitcom was going to come next. I
Hmm.
like guessing or looking at all the similarities and trying to pick out things to kind of point to what was actually going to go on once they broke out of the black and white stuff. And once it started rolling, it was just epic. I'm excited to see more Photon.
Yeah.
It's just going to be a lot more to come from that. Doctor Strange, of course, has his hand in all these shows pretty much. And it's kind of, well, you haven't seen him in Winter Soldier and stuff yet, but I feel like his
Yeah.
magic is going to touch all these shows as far as multiverses go and his power. And I feel like he's gonna pop up in all of them and just show that he is the ultimate being. He's pretty dope, and I'm all into the magic shit, so I'm excited to see.
He's almost because Wanda like she might be a little more powerful than him, but
Right, right. Like I said though, she's gonna be probably the main villain in his movie.
yeah, she's like
So,
this. She's like the MCU's current version of like Phoenix, where
mhm,
like she's good, but her power is like uncontrollable for her. So
exactly.
it's gonna make her into an issue.
Hmm.
Yeah,
And yeah, nobody knows what's gonna happen in the Spider-Man movie because we only have so many more movies of Spider-Man on the lease from Sony. So we
yeah.
don't know
One
what we're
thing
gonna get.
I know they're doing like the little, trying to. I mean, I understand that they're trying to keep they money and stuff like that too, but yeah, they need to definitely just let them have some of that shit so they can do it because they're doing it right. And for the fans, as far as for the fans, you know, even though I'm not a huge Disney fan, they're definitely doing it the right way right now.
Right. Yeah. And Disney, they're hella smart. Though it may be Disney, like we all remember them from back in the day, Disneyland, Disney World, and all that bullshit. Now they're acquiring everything. They got
They
ESPN,
are
they got fucking Star Wars, they got Marvel, and all these branches of other things for you to be interested in. It's like not the same Disney we all remember. And though I kind of respect it, it's kind of like, damn, they can control all these universes and mold them into whatever they want.
exactly. Watch eventually they're gonna mix MCU and fucking Star Wars
Star
universe.
Wars. Oh
Fuck.
shit.
I
That'll
don't
be
know.
nice.
One thing I did like about all these shows was, I mean, I liked a lot of things, but the way that they kept on giving little hints, or like just little things. I don't even say hints, little things that would make you like really think that they're gonna bring the X-Men into it pretty soon, like the city in Winter Soldier, bringing in Quicksilver from the X-Men universe.
Hmm.
And then you hear these rumors about in the Doctor Strange, they're gonna potentially have Professor X in there helping out with the whole situation with Wanda.
Right.
Yeah, it's like giving you that hope of what they're gonna do. And I heard that they're talking about possibly bringing Hugh Jackman back to play Wolverine, which I mean that would be cool, but I think I would more so just want to see a MCU version of Wolverine.
Hmm.
I don't think they have to bring back the same exact character, only because like if they bring back Hugh Jackman, it's like they're only going to have him for a short amount of time because he's already said that he's done with the role, and he's older. So it's like there's only so much stuff he can do, and I don't want to see an old Wolverine in the MCU. I want to see a more agile, like useful Wolverine. Youthful and useful.
Yeah.
So and there's only so much Hugh Jackman can do, and they can do with CG to make him younger and whatnot.
Right.
So
And if you do
yeah,
see him and it's like he's going to be used in a limited role because you can't use him forever.
exactly,
Yeah, that's shitty.
exactly.
That is shitty.
So I'm definitely trying to see if they do something about getting a younger one. And some of the picks is like ridiculous to me. Like they're talking about the dude from Harry Potter, which I'm like, what the fuck are they talking about? That's
Which
just
one?
the guy who played Harry Potter.
Oh, fucking I forgot his name right now.
Something Bradcliffe, or I don't know the fuck his
Oh,
name is.
Anthony?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I never watched Harry Potter, but it's just like there's no way I can see him as a
Wait,
Wolverine at all. I mean,
it's fucking me up now.
I don't know how good of an actor he is, but
Daniel
he's gonna have to be a hell of an actor.
Radcliffe. Yeah, he had to
Yeah.
get buff, right?
I think it's more the face. His face just looks too like not non-threatening. If that makes any sense. You know what I'm saying?
And he looks kind of like
Like
he
he's
needs to get
softer
like
than
a
wet
tan.
tissue.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Wolverine's Canadian. I don't know about does Canadians have tans? I don't know. I thought it's cold up there. I don't know.
wasn't fucking isn't Hugh Jackman like Australian?
He's Australian, but Wolverine's Canadian, so
But he
I
was
don't.
tan.
He probably is. I don't know.
I don't know
But
either.
that guy looks like he's pretty like yeah, he's not opposing at all. But
And, and if he can hide that accent,
I mean,
wow.
I feel like most Europeans, not all, but most of them are pretty good at hiding their accents. I mean, you can kind of tell with some people, but like with Idris Elba, I could tell he was. I always said that when I saw him in the movie before he ever actually like showed that he was from British or whatever. I was like, there's something wrong with this dude's accent. He like I don't know any like American hood dude who talks like this.
He was on
It
The
sounds
Wire,
weird.
right?
Yeah, I never watched that show, but I did like see him and other stuff before I realized that he was from the UK, and I was like, there's something weird about his accent.
Hmm.
And then it came out that he wasn't from here, and I was like, oh, okay, it makes sense. But there's some cats that you can't tell, like who the hell is it again? The dude
Dude
who
from
plays Venom, that dude he be getting me sometimes.
yeah,
Like the thing is I know
Tom
I've known
Hardy.
it. Yeah, Tom Hardy, I know he was from over there from the get go, but I do forget when I watch movies that he's playing in them. Like, he does it pretty well.
Yeah,
I forget, and he has a strong accent too. So
hell yeah,
yeah, so some
strong
of them
accent.
cats is good at it, but sometimes just like even the dude who played Spider Man, the Amazing Spider Man, that dude. I
Uh,
don't know, I don't know what his name is,
but yeah, I don't know his name either.
but yeah, him. I was surprised that he was British because he does that. He does the voice real well.
Something Garfield.
Garfield, yeah, something like that. Same with the new Spider Man. He does pretty well too.
Yeah, he was in a movie, a weird ass movie with the dude that's playing Batman, the new Batman. Remember, I don't know if you've seen the one on Netflix, some crazy ass shit.
Like,
Uh, I wish I remembered the name of
oh,
it.
the one where like it was like they were trying to kill him, something about sins or something like that, or
Yeah, dude,
evil.
he had sex with his sister or some shit. He was like a
I don't.
pastor,
I
and then
never
he ended
watched
up.
it.
Oh yeah, he was like spoiler alert here. He was like a famous, not to get too far off of fucking, the what if and the reviews and shit, but he was like a pastor in this town, and then his sister took a liking to him, and I think he had sex with his sister, and she got pregnant, and he like talked shit to her, or did some shit to her, and then Tom Holland, they end up getting fighting and he ends up shooting him.
Goddamn. Okay.
Yeah, it's on some crazy shit. I don't know,
Yeah.
but yeah, I could get two movies mixed together. But if you guys, the listeners out there, if you guys have seen that movie, go ahead, drop it here in the comments below and just let us know what that movie was. But before we got to get out of here, I know you got to get ready to go to work and shit like that. I want to get your views on the fight. We got a big fight this weekend, Fury versus Wilder 3. How'd you like that? What's your thoughts about that fight? We got to get your thoughts before we get up out of here.
So I only got to watch bits and pieces of it because I couldn't find it online, and I think somebody was streaming it, and I just watched it from what they were showing, and it was a bunch of them talking and going back and forth. But I mean, I saw clips of the first round, and Wilder came out doing what he was supposed to do. He was doing good. Uh, Abandoned that shit ASAP. Like right after that, he abandoned it, and
Yeah.
I don't know if he got hit behind the head and got like made him woozy or whatever, but it seemed like he just like his stamina just died in the
Oh
second round.
yeah.
It was just
Yeah.
like, and he went back to the same old. Whenever when I get tired, you go back to what you know, and he went back to the flat-footed, standing there waiting for that punch, which came a couple times. I forgot which round it was where he knocked him down twice, and
Yeah.
even though and
I was late.
one of those knockdowns was like Fury was down for like the 17 count.
Controversial slow count.
It
Also, I
was
heard.
yeah,
Actually, I was
but
watching the fight, but
yeah, it was slow as fuck. I was sitting down like
both
that's
of
a
them, both of them.
slow ass count, and
Hmm.
but that's not Fury's fault. It's not
No,
Fury's fault at
absolutely
all.
not. Absolutely not.
Yeah,
No.
because I mean, regardless, the first round I seen that he was confusing Fury. Fury even looked like, oh shit, if this is how it's gonna go, it ain't gonna go the way I was planning it. And if he would have stuck with that the whole time, it wouldn't have went. But he completely abandoned it, didn't go back to what he was doing anymore, and went to the old Deontay Wilder. And then
Yeah.
Fury was a better fighter. Now, the one thing that I will say that upset me, because I mean I'm a fan of boxing, and I'm like Fury is supposed to be really good at boxing, which he is. He's a great boxer for him, especially
Mhm.
for his size. He was letting I don't know if he had sympathy or something, but he was letting way too many opportunities go that he could have just took Deontay Wilder out early
Oh
in the fight.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
He was either avoiding them or he just wasn't capitalizing on them. But anybody else who was like a top tier fighter, like somebody like Mayweather, if he was like fighting against somebody who was reacting like that, the fight would have been over quick because Mayweather is good to see like openings and take him out.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know why Wilder wasn't doing Wilder, but I'm Fury wasn't doing it. So that was kind of I was like, though I was completely rooting for Fury. I mean, not for Fury, but Wilder because I'm a Wilder fan, and I mean, and Fury gets my fucking nerves. And I just hate the fact that a lot of times when you have black fighters who are confident, they're considered cocky and they're put down, and when you have white fighters who are like that, they're lifted up, and it just annoys the fuck out of me. But nonetheless, Fury, I'm a fan of Fury too.
Oh yeah.
But I was just like, it is what it is. Like, show your skill, take him out now. Let them know that you're the superior fighter. 3 fights, 2 of them you won, and he just waited until the end till Deontay was like,
He
when
was
he
out
did
on
it,
his feet. He was out. He was
Deontay
done
he
already.
was like he literally could have just moved to the side and Deontay would have
Yeah, he
fell over.
fell. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It
So
was
like
done.
he waited until like it was nothing left in that man, and then he took him out. And
Yeah,
I mean,
he
it
was
was
eating him up for like 3 rounds before he decided to not. He basically knocked him out in the clinch. Like he was
he
laying
did.
on his shoulder, just one time in the cheek,
Yeah.
and just let him fall.
He just stepped back, hit him once, and it was a wrap.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it reminds me of like the uh what was it? They Kolechko, not Kolechko, I forgot his name. The Russian dude, the destroyer, or his name is
Mhm.
Koloklev versus Anthony Yard, who was another British fighter, buff ass black dude. The whole fight, Anthony Yard was winning to me. And then he realized that, oh, if I go to the gut, I'm hurting him. But then by then he was too exhausted. And then, he was super exhausted. And then by time Kolovkin, I can't pronounce his fucking name, a Russian dude, realized that he was tired, he just waited until he got stupid tired before he knocked him out. And it was like, you could have did it. You're a good fighter. You had your win. You could have knocked him out any time. But then like instead of doing something spectacular, you wait until this man can't move and then you hit him. And then, like, I don't know. I feel like that's just a lazy way of doing it instead of like making it more of a spectacular knockout.
Yeah,
Because those type of knockouts to me are in a way give me the same feeling as if somebody threw the towel in or just
yeah.
or just stayed in their corner or something. So
Hmm. Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But that
ultimately,
def- that definitely was a long ass, damn near a 15-minute count, a 15-second count. That shit was crazy.
yeah, it was nuts. It was nuts. He was down twice. He was just sitting there like,
Yeah,
and he was
15
still
seconds.
counting. He was chilling on the
Yeah.
ground. But that
No, not
man,
even that. He like literally was like five. Go to your
are,
corner. Go to your
right?
corner.
Yeah.
Five,
Are you
six.
okay?
I was like,
Can you continue?
damn. Yeah, I was like, damn.
Yeah, there's hella shit going on. And then he actually had enough energy to sing a good ass song. He actually had some vocals on him. He was
I
singing
didn't even get
songs
to
to the
hear that.
crowds. It was kind of crazy. He started breaking down, singing a song, went to hella parties after the fight. This man, it seemed like he didn't exude any kind of energy. Just
Yeah,
whooped up on
yeah. For
Wilder.
that, for him to have that size and that much stamina, kudos to that man. That makes me have a different outlook on physiques and whatnot.
Do you think there's a heavyweight that can fuck with him right now?
So I think there's a heavyweight that can fuck with him right now. Uh, because of how big he is and how good he moves. I think that if he got in the ring with King Kong Ortiz, that'd be a fight. Even though King Kong got beat twice by Wilder, the both times he got beat, it was the same way. It was a flash knockout. So if you look at the actual fight, the whole fight, he King Kong Ortiz is actually doing better against Wilder, I think, for the most part. He was whooping Wilder's ass in that second fight. And in the first fight, you know what happened? He had Wilder touching every damn rope in the ring. It was just the flash knockouts got him. And I don't see Fury doing flash knockouts on King Kong Ortiz. So I think that would be a fight that he definitely would avoid because everybody else avoids him. The only person who didn't avoid him was Deontay Wilder.
Mhm.
I don't know. They're talking about that he's supposed to be fighting against Dillian White next. Dillian White is a pretty good fighter. I mean, I don't think Dillian White's gonna win, but I think that he has a good chance because he's another of them guys that has power, real good power.
Mhm.
But he also has been knocked the fuck out before too. So and been beat. He was completely beat by Anthony Joshua. So even though he did catch Anthony Joshua, had Anthony Joshua on the ropes, but Anthony Joshua came back and started beating his ass. So I don't know. We'll see how that goes. But I think the only person I could think of right now would be um, King Kong Ortiz. There's this other British dude, this big dude who lost, but when he lost, he won his last fight, but he lost before because of eye injury or some shit.
Mhm.
That guy's he's not the best fighter. He's really slow, but he's just powerful. So I forgot what his name is. He's young though. He's really young. So I don't know if he'll ever get that fight. But I would like to see somebody give King Kong Ortiz a chance before he retires. We don't know how old that guy is. I think because he's from Cuba, and they'd be lying about their age to get over here. So he probably like 52. So I don't know.
Yeah, I feel that. I feel that. But yeah, man, I'm excited to see all that, man. I just had to get that in before because I know you're our resident boxing expert out here. So had to get your opinion on what we saw this weekend. We have to get some pop culture in later in the week because I know you got to go. But go ahead and let them know where they can find you at.
Shit, nowhere.
Nowhere. At work, huh?
Yeah, about to say just Instagram, but I don't really be on there that much other than just like fucking looking at dumbass videos, which it is what it is. But that's what Akil Young. That's pretty much it.
All right.
Uh, I would say the SoundCloud, but shit, nobody listens to that shit. I be sending motherfuckers that, and literally they don't realize that it has a count on how people listen to the videos. I mean, listen to the
Oh,
music, and it's literally at like one for all of them.
oh,
And
that's fucked up.
yeah, so the
Hey,
one
y'all,
is
listen
me.
to this goddamn. The one
Don't
is me.
don't listen to shit.
Yeah, don't listen to nothing.
I literally make them for myself. So
If you have any comments on the videos, though, go ahead and hit him up on his Instagram and let him know, man, because he works hard on these videos to get you some bias for your eyes and not only your ears, man, for all our YouTube watchers and video watchers out there. If you are audio listening only, go check it out on the YouTube, man. Like, subscribe, comment, all that good shit. But if you want to leave me a comment, you know where to find me on the Instagram. It's SAC. It's not Instagram, it's Instagram. SAC_Lydell. You can find me on there. Patrick_Lydell. You can find me on the Snappy Chappy if you're looking for me. Best of Bias, of course, the podcast. Find us on bestofbias.com. On the YouTube, Best of Bias, the same name. On Instagram, Best of Bias, the same name. You know what I'm saying? Wherever you find your favorite podcast, Spotify, Google Play, Apple Podcast. If you just want to hear me talk, you can come to the house. I can just talk in your ear all day too, and we can just have a podcast that way. However you want the podcast, you can get it. Just ask for it. Plenty more episodes coming this week in football review coming soon. I'm gonna get that out this week. And then we're still waiting on Anime Kumite whenever we can get Deshaun back on here to actually battle me. I think he's scared. I'm talking to you, Deshaun. I think you're scared to battle me on this Anime Kumite, or you're just scared to battle AKA and don't want me to be a judge. Either way, we need to get that out here for the people. But it's always more episode, more bias coming to your ear. Always, always, always. We just getting started, baby. Merch coming soon, all that shit coming soon. Go to the YouTube, leave some comments, like and subscribe. And also Apple Podcasters, if you're listening to us, go ahead and leave some reviews. Give us 5 stars. The reviews, if we get 200 views, we can become official TV and movie reviewers. So go ahead and leave a star, leave some reviews under there on Apple Podcasts and let us know how we doing. But yeah, that's it, man. So I know it's a lot. I hope you guys liked What If like we liked What If, and you guys were able to review and sit together and listen and, catch some of the feels like you caught when you saw those Easter eggs in the episode. You saw those nostalgic moments in the episodes throughout the series. And we got to experience that with you episodically. How you feeling about how you feeling about closing it up? Are you getting kind of emotional like I'm getting emotional? I'm about to shed a tear.
About what? The show? What If?
Yeah, the show ending.
I'm looking forward to what's coming next. I feel like it's like a never-ending story type of thing.
It
just keeps coming.
Just getting started.
I'm just hoping they don't start putting out bullshit. So I'm kind of afraid for the She-Hulk one because from what I'm reading, it seems kind of corny. But hopefully not. Hopefully not. Keep our fingers crossed. I'm just thinking that they're gonna phase out. They're gonna phase out the Hulk, like you said, which makes me cry.
Yeah, that is gonna be kind of emotional. They have to keep him. I don't want to see the fucking Red Hulk. I don't want to see any of that shit. I want to see the actual Hulk.
No, I want to see them. I just want to see them against him.
Right. That's true. That's true. But for now, it's your boy AKA. It's your boy Lydell Dinero. Reverse that, and you got the right thing. Because I pointed to you for Lydell Dinero. I'm pointing to myself for AKA, and they know that's not who that was. But where my theme song at? It's the Best of Bias podcast. You know what I'm about to do. You know what he about to do. And we about to listen to this back and enjoy bias all goddamn day. Where my theme song at? It's right here. We out of here.
It's the best of bias. You need the earful, you should try us. From pop culture to the movies to unite us. It's the best of bias. The best of bias. Yeah.